There was a conductor on that line back in those early days that had bought him a Waltham 1870 Crescent Street watch, one of the first railroad watches made for precision back in that time as the transit across the United States started. Well, he died and generations came along, and lo and behold, one of his great-great-great-grandchildren was an old farmer in the rural parts of Texas. Old farmer made a pretty good living along the way. He had him a few critters and a couple of barns, and that watch had been passed down to this young man, this farmer. He was mighty proud of it. So proud of it, he didn't have sense to leave it in the house for safekeeping. He wore it everywhere he went because it kept such good time over all those years. Held a sentimental value as well. Well, as you'd know it, he's out in the hay barn trying to sort the hay on the floor. Got busy working and moving around and lost the watch. He was distraught. He spent most of the rest of the afternoon trying to find it amongst the hay. Just couldn't find it. Well, he became exasperated and walked to the door of the barn, and he noticed the neighborhood kids were out in the pasture playing, goofing off, and he called them over, about 4 of them. He said, "Hey, boys, look, I lost my prized pocket watch that's been passed down. It means a lot to me. If y'all would, try to find it for me. Whoever finds it's going to get a big reward." Well, them boys got excited. They was all about reward money. So they got to digging through that hay and romping around and hollering and throwing stuff around, just could not find that watch. This went on about 2 hours before the boys' attention span had given up, and they were about to leave. One little straggler young man, as his friends walked away, stopped and asked the farmer, he said, "Sir, would you mind if I look for that watch by myself for a little longer?" The farmer said, "Well, I don't reckon it'll hurt anything." He said, "All right." So the farmer left the boy alone there in the barn, and the little boy, about 30 minutes later, appeared at the door, to the farmer's surprise, with the beautiful heirloom watch that he had found. The boy was beaming ear to ear as he handed the watch to the farmer. The farmer said, "Son, how in the world, in 30 minutes, did you find that watch by yourself when y'all spent 2 hours looking for that watch?" He said, "Well, it's simple." He said, "I went and sat down in the middle of the barn on the haystack and got quiet and listened. Before long, I heard the ticking of that watch, and I just made my way toward it. So I found it." Y'all know where I'm going with this one. Sometimes if we get still and we stop listening to the noise around us and we seek his face, he'll make himself known. He'll comfort you. You'll walk toward him. He'll help you find the watch that you're looking for. Won't he?